8 months pregnant, Shen Yukun accompanied me to the mountains to pray for blessings when a landslide struck. To save me, Shen Yukun fell off a cliff and was never found. I was left paralyzed from the waist down, in a deep coma, and ultimately lost the baby. Our families and friends all blamed me, calling me a murderer. I hated myself too, sinking into severe depression from the longing and regret, attempting suicide multiple times. The last time, after I slashed my wrists, my parents abandoned me in a hospital hallway. Through the haze, I saw Shen Yukun. Mr. Shen, the Master divined that your wife's child clashed with Miss Ling's, so to ensure Miss Ling's safety, you had to orchestrate the accident. Now your wife is dying because of it. Shouldn't you try to talk to her? Shen Yukun said calmly, there's no rush. This is a critical time for Ling to give birth. I'll go back after her child is safely delivered. As long as Ling is safe, I'm willing to be Song Qian's legs for the rest of my life. I looked at my wrist. No rush. But my blood was running out. 1. I stared at the crimson pool spreading around me, and it suddenly seemed like a good way to go. Paralyzed from the waist down, I'd been living a living hell for the past year. The only thing that kept me going was my love for Shen Yukun and the baby we never got to meet. Now, after hearing Shen Yukun's words, my last hope shattered. Soon, nurses rushed to my side. Quick! To the ER. This family is cursed. Are they trying to kill their own daughter? Miss Song, stay awake. Don't fall asleep. You won't wake up if you do. My consciousness began to fade, and the figure of Shen Yukun in the distance began to blur. His assistant's voice suddenly rang out. Mr. Shen, I think I saw your wife. Shen Yukun looked back, but only saw an empty hallway. He scoffed. Impossible. Her legs are broken. How could she get out here? His tone suggested I was a helpless invalid. In his heart, I probably didn't matter anymore. Lying on the operating table, I was completely swallowed by despair. Once, I thought Shen Yukun was my safe harbor, but now, his indifference had finally made me see reality. My hand instinctively went to my lower abdomen. There was supposed to be a little life there, one I had been eagerly anticipating. I thought Shen Yukun, like me, would want to give her a warm home. Baby, I'm sorry, Mommy couldn't protect you. In despair, my consciousness faded, and I slowly closed my eyes. After what seemed like forever, a nurse woke me up. I startled awake from a nightmare. In my dream, countless familiar and grotesque faces surrounded me. They roared, questioning me, Song Qian just because you insisted that Shen Yukun go with you, you killed him. You killed my son. Song Qian if it weren't for you, Shen Yukun wouldn't have died. My grandson wouldn't have died. You killed them. Song Qian why wasn't it you who died? Cold sweat soaked my clothes, and I gasped for breath, still shaken. Every day for the past year, I had experienced the same nightmare. I could no longer tell the difference between nightmares and reality. The nurse wiped my sweat and wheeled me out of the operating room. I couldn't find any of your family. I'll take you to your room. I responded softly, thank you. As soon as I left the ER, I saw Shen Yukun standing at the door. Shen Yukun looked surprised when he saw me. He almost blurted out, Song Qian what are you doing here? Yes, how could a cripple like me get out on my own? But in an instant, he regained his composure and said as if nothing had happened, Song Qian I'm back. With that, he took a step forward and hugged me tightly. He was incredibly affectionate. Song Qian I missed you so much. But the warmth of his embrace only felt incredibly ironic. 2. Shen Yukun hugged me tenderly and slowly walked toward the ward. He carefully placed me on the bed. Song Qian I've been thinking about you all the time, he said. Countless nights, I've been wondering what it would be like to see you again. What it would be like to see our child again. He spoke softly, holding my hands tightly in his. I listened quietly, my eyes fixed on his face. He looked more radiant than ever. He must have been very happy this past year, being with Ling Ran. He leaned down and kissed my forehead. Song Qian you've lost weight. When I fell off the cliff, I was seriously injured. Fortunately, some kind locals took me to the hospital. He was only halfway through his explanation when his phone suddenly rang shrilly. He took it out, and the warmth on his face instantly vanished. I glanced at it. The caller ID read little Ling . He quickly glanced at me and said quickly, Song Qian I have something to take care of. I'll be right back. Wait for me, I'll be back soon. With that, he turned and strode away. His hasty departure filled me with disgust. I didn't see Shen Yukun again until dark. I gritted my teeth, forced myself out of bed, got into my wheelchair, and left the room. I went down the hall and peeked through the crack in a door. I saw the scene inside the room. Shen Yukun was smiling as he played with a newborn baby. I had never seen such a gentle smile on his face. Ling Ran leaned against the headboard, watching Shen Yukun and the baby with a look of happiness in her eyes. It was as if they were a happy family. Such a warm scene was like a sharp knife stabbing straight into my heart. Ling Ran spoke softly. Shen Yukun I've always felt sorry for Song Qian. After I finish my postpartum confinement, I'll go thank her properly. Shen Yukun frowned. Don't go. Her situation has nothing to do with you. Ling Ran paused, then said softly, she probably didn't want this accident to happen either. I've been pregnant before, so I understand her even more. If Yan Heng hadn't died in the line of duty, I wouldn't have been able to survive, and neither would my child. As she spoke, Ling Ran lowered her head and began to sob softly. Shen Yukun felt a pang of heartache and went over to hug her tightly. Little Ling you're too kind, he said. Everything I've done for you has been voluntary. You deserve my kindness. Shen Yukun looked at Ling Ran with loving eyes, and Ling Ran looked up shyly, meeting his gaze. As if on cue, they kissed. Shen Yukun deepened the kiss, pulled Ling Ran closer, and pushed her onto the bed. Little Ling I've been holding back for too long. Then, Ling Ran moaned softly. Hearing this, I felt like I'd been struck by lightning. A wave of grief and despair washed over me, and nausea churned in my stomach. I felt dizzy and short of breath. Before I could recover, someone pushed me hard from the side. Who are you? What do you want? My upper body slammed into the door frame. I turned my head in pain and saw that it was Ling Ran's mother. Her voice also startled Shen Yukun and Ling Ran in the room. Shen Yukun turned to meet my gaze, and a look of panic flashed across his face. Song Qian What are you doing here? 3. Shen Yukun hurried off the bed. Ling Ran quickly covered her chest and exchanged a glance with Ling's mother at the door. Ling's mother pushed me again and suddenly questioned me loudly. I'm talking to you. Who are you? What are you doing, lurking outside the ward? Are you trying to steal the baby? Before I could explain, she began to shout. She's trying to steal the baby. Everyone, come quick. Come and see, there's a thief trying to steal a baby. Soon, the noise attracted people from the surrounding rooms. They gathered around me and began to insult me. Some even rushed up and started pushing me. In the chaos, I was knocked to the ground, disheveled, and my clothes were torn. The scene was a mess. Shen Yukun, however, just held Ling Ran and the baby tightly, never once looking my way. Only after he was sure that Ling Ran and the baby were safe did he seem to suddenly remember me and rush over to pick me up. He asked anxiously, Song Qian are you okay? Don't be afraid, I'm here. It was too chaotic just now. I couldn't push those people away. I looked at him, tears blurring my vision, but my heart was ice cold. He carried me back to the ward. Seeing my injuries, he called a doctor. The doctor prescribed ointment, but I couldn't apply it myself. Shen Yukun offered, Song Qian I'll help you. But when he saw my atrophied legs, he couldn't hide the disgust in his eyes. He chuckled and looked away. Song Qian it's okay. I'm here, and I'll definitely cure your legs. I found it laughable. Really? I thought you'd be disgusted. How could I be? He denied. You're my wife. I'll always love you. Shen Yukun stayed with me in the hospital for a week. But I knew that he was going to see Ling Ran while I was asleep. My parents and Shen's parents were overjoyed to hear that he was back. They gathered around my bedside, chatting happily, as if nothing had changed. Only I was a cripple. A few days later, Shen Yukun took me home to rest. At the dinner table, he explained to the whole family. Song Qian during this year that I was away getting treatment, I was thinking of you every moment. But I had to be with Ling Ran. Can you please understand? Yen Hang saved my life, and I promised him that I would protect Ling Ran. Shen Yuksuan's voice was tinged with exhaustion, as if he was carrying a heavy burden. But I didn't want to see him act anymore. I looked at him calmly. Shen Yuksuan let's get a divorce. 4. My mom slammed her chopsticks on the table. She pushed me into the room and slammed the door shut. Song Qian stop acting up. Look at you now, a cripple. If you leave Shen Yuksuan, who else will want you? Now that he's back, you should live a good life together. If he hadn't saved you, you'd be dead. Stop causing trouble all day long. Her words were like knives, stabbing straight into my heart. My parents were also fed up with me. In the days that followed, Shen Yuksuan stayed with me all the time. One day, Ling Ran suddenly came to visit with her child. As soon as she entered, her eyes fell on my disabled legs, and a mocking smile appeared on her lips. Song Qian I came to see you. While Shen Yuksuan was out of the room, she finally dropped her smile. Song Qian look at the state you're in now. It's so pathetic. As Ling Ran spoke insincerely, she pushed the child forward. I'm here today to tell you that this child is Shen Yuksuan's. You're a cripple now, and you'll never be able to have children for him. I advise you to divorce him sooner rather than later. Don't delay us. I felt a surge of anger rush to my head. I struggled to get out of my wheelchair, wanting to slap her. But before I could get close, Ling Ran suddenly pulled out a small knife, scratched her arm, and screamed. Song Qian what are you doing? Are you crazy? Let me go. Shen Yuksuan rushed in at the sound of her scream. Ling Ran hid in his arms. Shen Yuksuan save me. Song Qian saw me come with the child and said I stole her man. She tried to slash me and the baby. Shen Yuksuan grabbed Ling Ran's bleeding arm and glared at me. Song Qian you're out of your mind. I'm taking you to a psychiatrist tomorrow. If that doesn't work, I'm sending you to a mental hospital. Hearing this, Ling Ran, hiding in Shen Yuksuan's arms, subtly curled the corners of her lips. I didn't want to see them for another second. My voice trembled as I asked Shen Yuksuan, you think I'm crazy too, don't you? Shen Yuksuan didn't answer, but hugged Ling Ran and left quickly with the child. This is ridiculous. I looked at the mess on the floor, filled with humiliation and resentment. I gritted my teeth, picked up my phone with trembling hands, and dialed a number I had been searching for a long time. 5. I called Yan Heng's parents, cutting straight to the point. Hello, Uncle and Aunt Yan, I need to clarify something about Ling Ran's child. I didn't want the elderly couple to continue being deceived. Yan Heng was a good friend of Shen Yukun. So, I had met him a few times. He was loyal, and so were his parents, so I couldn't let Shen Yukun and Ling Ran scheme against his parents as well. Even if the truth was cruel. Remembering the moment when Shen Yukun held Ling Ran tightly and left, my desire for revenge had never been stronger. I clenched my fists so tightly that my nails were digging into my palms. I had to make them pay for what they did to me and my child. As soon as Shen Yukun left with Ling Ran, my mother stormed in, her face full of anger. She pointed her finger at me and scolded me at the top of her lungs. Song Qian look at the mess you've made of your life. You've made such a scene. Don't you have any sense? Shen S family has such a powerful background. What are you? Hurry up and apologize, and try to make your marriage work. Stop causing trouble. Filled with resentment, I retorted stubbornly, Mom, you don't understand what I've been through. What he's done to me. My mother stomped her feet in anger. You're so stupid. You'll regret this. I'm warning you, our whole family is counting on Shen Yukun, don't forget that. I turned my head away, ignoring her. Seeing that I wasn't going to say anything, my mother slammed the door and left. She and my father were idle all day, doing nothing but playing mahjong and eating and drinking. Because of this kind of family background, Shen's parents had always looked down on me. All our relatives and friends said that our Song family was lucky to marry into the Shen family, that I, Song Qian, was blessed to have such good fortune. I used to think so too. Meeting Shen Yukun and marrying him was the luckiest thing that had ever happened to me. But I never expected that he just thought I was easy to manipulate and deceive. Thinking of this, I was filled with the desire to escape this marriage. I took out my phone, contacted a lawyer, and quietly drafted a divorce agreement. 6. I waited for several days before Shen Yukun finally came home. He didn't offer any explanation. The first thing he did when he got home was take a shower. He came out, but still didn't say anything. I took a deep breath and forced a gentle expression. I walked over and said softly, Yukun, I was too immature in the past, and I acted too impulsively. It was my fault. Shen Yukun's expression softened, and he reached out to hug me. Song Qian you're the best. I seized the opportunity and said, I'm so bored at home by myself now. I want to go to work at your company to pass the time. Is that okay? I watched his expression as I spoke. Shen Yukun raised an eyebrow, looking suspicious. He asked, why are you saying this all of a sudden? You should stay home and rest. I'll take care of you. Work is tiring. I quickly waved my hand, putting on a pitiful look. No, I just want something to do. I don't want to be at home overthinking things all day. Shen Yukun was silent for a moment, looking me up and down, before finally nodding. Okay, then come try it tomorrow. I secretly breathed a sigh of relief, but remained calm on the surface. The first step of my revenge had finally been taken. In the future, I would make those who had hurt me pay a painful price for what they had done. I had only been working at the company for a few days when everyone knew that I, the cripple, was the president's wife. One day, as usual, I went to the pantry to get water. As soon as I walked in, I heard several colleagues huddled together. They were whispering. Did you see? Our president's wife is a cripple. Yeah, how can she be worthy of our handsome and wealthy president? Another chimed in, exactly. I think Ling Ran is much better than her. She's beautiful and has good taste. She and the president are a perfect match. They were chatting and laughing without restraint, unaware that I was standing behind them. Hearing Ling Ran's name from their mouths, I suddenly felt surprised. But then I thought about it, and it seemed reasonable. So, everyone at the company already knew about her. Shen Yukun had kept me in the dark for so many years. Just as I was about to speak up and retort at these harsh words, a familiar figure stood in front of me. I looked up and saw that it was Shen Yukun. His expression was cold and stern. He scanned the crowd with a deep gaze and said in a low, commanding voice, "What are you all talking about here? Have you finished your work? Is this how the company taught you to talk about the boss's family behind their backs?" The colleagues fell silent instantly, their faces turning white and then red. Shen Yukun then said sternly, "From today on, you don't need to come to work anymore. Pack your things and get out of here." After speaking, he strode over to me, personally pushed my wheelchair, and headed towards his office. Once inside the office, Shen Yukun gently settled me on the sofa. He squatted down, took my hands in his, looked at me with a look of deep affection, and said slowly, Song Qian don't take those words to heart. In my heart, you'll always be the most important person. When I married you, I was determined that you were the one. No matter what happens, the person I love the most will always be you. Don't pay attention to those rumors at the company. I'll take care of them. I looked at him, my heart filled with mixed emotions. The sweetness of the past and the chaos of the present were intertwined, leaving me unsure of how to respond. But in the end, I could only praise him. He was such a good actor. I didn't expose him. I just nodded lightly. 7. In the late afternoon, Shen Yukun had something to take care of, so he had his assistant send me home first. Since I had started working at the company, he had been personally picking me up and dropping me off every day. He even prepared all my meals. He was so busy every day, but he still remembered everything about me. I was so lucky. Since Shen Yukun wanted me to leave first, I obediently listened. But as soon as his assistant left, I took a taxi back to the company. Maybe it was a woman's intuition. I felt like something was wrong with Shen Yukun. When I was in his office at noon, I looked at his schedule, and he didn't have any meetings or social engagements that evening. Back at the company, I quietly went to Shen Yukun's office door. His office was only lit by a desk lamp, and there were shadows moving inside. The door was half open, and the sounds coming from inside made me feel like I was falling into an ice cave. I heard Ling Ran cooing, "H1, how long are we going to keep sneaking around like this? I don't want to do this anymore." Shen Yukun's voice followed, "Little Ling, I know you're wronged, but I was unfair to Song Qian in the past, and I can't be so heartless now. Wait a little longer. When I find a suitable time, I'll take care of things with her and give you the status you deserve." Ling Ran pouted, "You're just lying to me. I don't care. Song Qian is at the company every day now, and we can't even see each other. What are we going to do?" Shen Yukun chuckled. "What's the big deal? Don't forget, she's a cripple. Her wheelchair can't go very far." After he said that, Ling Ran covered her face and giggled. Then, joyful sounds came from the office. I was trembling all over. I clenched my fists, took out my phone, and quietly turned on the video recording function. I went home, took a shower, and went to bed, feeling exhausted. It wasn't until late at night that I heard the sound of the door unlocking. Shen Yukun walked in, looking tired. After taking a shower, he came to the bedside and leaned over to kiss me. I was filled with disgust. I turned my head away, avoiding his touch. He paused, a look of confusion flashing across his face. "What's wrong today?" Shen Yukun asked softly. I suppressed my emotions. "Nothing, I'm just tired." He reached out and ruffled my hair. "I told you that working would make you tired. Why don't you just quit?" I shook my head. "It makes me feel useless if I don't work." Shen Yukun hugged me tightly. "How could you? You're my wife. Who would dare say you're useless?" I'll ruin anyone who says that. He continued, Qian, I've made an appointment with the best orthopedic doctor for you. We'll have a consultation in a few days, and I'll definitely be able to cure your legs. Don't worry, Qian, even if your legs can't be cured, I'll be your legs from now on. I'll go wherever you want to go and do whatever you want to do. Hearing this, I sneered inwardly. But in order to continue staying at the company, I had to pretend to be touched. I raised my head, my eyes slightly red. Really? Yutsuan, you're so good to me. 8. Shen Yutsuan really ate it up. He was pleased that I was yielding, and he became even less guarded around me. I successfully used my previous accounting knowledge to get into the company's finance department. Because of Shen Yutsuan's attention to me, everyone at the company was respectful to me. They were afraid of offending me and being fired by Shen Yutsuan. I was happy to take advantage of his power, which made things easier. A few days later, Ling Ran suddenly appeared at the company with her child. She rushed into Shen Yutsuan's office, looking anxious. H1, come and see what's wrong with the baby. She's been sleeping all day. She hasn't had any milk all day. I'm so worried that I had to come to you. Shen Yutsuan looked worried and carried the baby out. Let's go to the hospital. Ling Ran stopped as she passed me. She sobbed, ******************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** and I have no one to rely on. I really have no choice. I can't think of anyone but H1. Don't mind me. I just looked at her. She suddenly rushed over and grabbed my arm. Song Qian don't be angry, okay? I know you're unhappy, but Yan Heng has been gone for so long, and I've been holding on alone. I'm so tired. Please, don't be angry. Before I could say anything, Shen Yukun came back. He grabbed Ling Ran's wrist. Why are you begging her? Little Ling, don't cry. I'm here. The baby will be fine. He quickly explained to me, Song Qian the baby is important. I'll be right back. Ling Ran was pulled away by Shen Yukun. As she was about to leave, she turned her head and glanced at me, a triumphant smile instantly appearing on her face. I still ignored her, continuing to bury myself in the financial reports. After all, I had more important things to do. The surrounding colleagues were all looking at me with curious and strange eyes. Everyone was watching the show. But I didn't want to play along with them. Soon, a text message popped up on my phone. Song Qian do you think you can keep H1 with you forever looking like a cripple? Be sensible and leave sooner rather than later. I remained unmoved, my hands still working, but I quietly noted this debt. A few days later, Shen Yukun, as usual, let me leave work first, saying he had a last-minute meeting. I knew what he was planning. So I nodded obediently and took his assistant's car home. As soon as his assistant's car left, I quietly turned back to the company and hid in the shadows of the stairwell. Sure enough, before long, Ling Ran walked into Shen Yukun's office, swaying her hips and looking like she knew her way around. I quickly took out my phone, opened the company group chat, and edited a message, President's notice, everyone come back to work now, there's an urgent task. After sending it, I stared at the office door, waiting quietly. Not long after, sounds of ambiguous pleasure came from the office. H1, it's always in your office. Can't we change the location? Shen Yukun held her. Isn't the office good? Isn't it more exciting in the office? Ling Ran wrapped her arms around his neck. You seem distracted today. What's wrong? Did you sneak a snack at home? Shen Yukun scoffed. Sneak a snack? I feel disgusted just looking at Song Qian's paralyzed legs. How could I possibly touch her? I bit my teeth, trying to calm myself down. Song Qian, just consider the past as if you were bitten by a dog. While the two were entangled in the office, the colleagues arrived one after another. Hearing the sounds of lovemaking in the office, everyone curiously crowded around. The office door wasn't closed tightly. Through the crack, everyone could clearly see Shen Yukun and Ling Ran embracing each other. Everyone couldn't stop their shock and took out their phones to record. And Shen Yukun and Ling Ran, hearing the noise, finally realized that something was wrong. I saw my chance, went to the office door, and pushed it open with all my might. In an instant, the room was filled with exposed flesh. Shen Yukun and Ling Ran were disheveled, their faces etched with panic. Ling Ran shrieked, grabbing her clothes and scrambling for cover under the desk. Shen Yukun hastily dressed, his face a mask of shock and anger as he roared at the colleagues outside the door. "Who told you to come here? Get out, all of you." I stood before the crowd, staring directly at him, my gaze icy. He met my eyes, his face alternating between white and red, and he opened his mouth, but no words came out. The charade of betrayal was finally, irrevocably exposed. A long-held bitterness within me finally found release. Yet, I felt no joy. 9 After Shen Yukun chased everyone away and dismissed Ling Ran, he approached me. He looked uneasy, knowing he'd been caught, probably scrambling to figure out how to explain himself. He knelt down, his face etched with anxiety, and started explaining, "Qian, it's not what it looks like. Ling Ran and there's nothing really going on. I just slipped up today, made a mistake, you have to believe me. Qian, after all these years, you can't just stop trusting me over something like this. Yan Heng was my best friend, and I couldn't refuse his dying wish." I scoffed inwardly at his excuses. "Oh, really? He entrusted you to take care of his wife, so you took her to bed?" Shen Yukun had no response. I spoke again, "Shen Yukun, stop explaining. Let's get a divorce." Shen Yukun's eyes widened in disbelief, his voice rising in protest, "No. I won't agree to a divorce. Qian, I know you're angry, but think about it. In your condition, who else is going to truly take care of you if you divorce me? I don't trust anyone else with you." He was still acting. "Shen Yukun, who made me this way in the first place?" His expression shifted. "Qian, what are you talking about? It was an accident, wasn't it?" I countered coldly, "Was it? Was it really an accident? Shen Yukun, you forced me to do this." Seeing his stubbornness, I didn't waste any more words. I pulled out my phone and dialed the tax authorities to report his tax evasion, evidence of which I had been collecting during my time working here. After I hung up, Shen Yukun, his face contorted with rage, roared at me, "Song Qian, are you insane?" He snatched my phone and began frantically searching for the evidence. "Where is it hidden? Give it to me. Song Qian, what good will it do you if something happens to me? We're married." He kept searching my phone. I looked up at him, watching his desperate frenzy. "You don't have to look. I already mailed the evidence. Shen Yukun, you never treated me like your wife." Hearing my words, he smashed my phone. He grabbed my shoulders, shaking me violently. "Song Qian. Why? Why are you doing this?" I took a deep breath, the anger I had suppressed for so long erupting like a dam breaking. "Shen Yukun, you know why. I've known the truth all along. You deliberately killed our child, and you're the reason I'm half paralyzed. You're a murderer, and I won't let you get away with it." Shen Yukun's face drained of color, and he stumbled back, collapsing to the floor. Soon, the tax authorities launched an investigation. Shen Yukun's company was scrutinized from top to bottom. With the evidence irrefutable, he couldn't escape imprisonment. The day it was confirmed, I went to see him and presented him with the divorce papers. He still refused. "Shen Yukun, if you don't agree, I'll sue you. Besides the divorce, I'll hold you accountable for my legs and our child." He could no longer deny it. His company consumed him, leaving him disheveled and noticeably thinner under the weight of despair. "Qian, I'll make it up to you." He picked up the pen and signed his name. I'll keep all my promises. Ah Qian, I'll always protect you. His words instantly brought back memories of the past. My parents never cared about me growing up. Many times, they would leave me alone at home to play cards. The old alleyways were small and crowded, the people rough, and I often walked home alone from school, arriving after dark. One day, a group of drunken thugs cornered me at the entrance of the alley. They grabbed me, pinning me against the wall. Hey there, little sister, you look pretty juicy. Be a good girl and have some fun with us. They started groping me, tearing at my uniform. I screamed in terror. Just as I was about to give up hope, Shen Yukun appeared. Hey, leave her alone. I've already called the cops, they'll be here any minute. The thugs didn't believe him and instead turned on him, beating him badly. Finally, a neighbor called the police, who arrived and took the thugs away. Shen Yukun had fought them, but he was outnumbered. His face was bruised and swollen, and his uniform was torn. I timidly approached him. I'm sorry, He winced in pain, forcing a grin. It's okay, I got a hard punch, I could take them all down. I smiled weakly. He chuckled ruefully. Don't worry, Song Qian, I'll look after you from now on. That one sentence was the beginning of him taking care of me for many years. He also sympathized with my parents' neglect, always promising to be good to me forever. I truly believed him back then. But in the end, I was deceived beyond repair. The case against Shen Yukun's company was significant, and he couldn't avoid prison. I heard that Shen Yukun went to see Ling Ran before going in. Ling Ran refused to see him. She cut off all contact with Shen Yukun, insisting that the child belonged to Yan Heng. Shen Yukun finally saw Ling Ran for who she was. Without Shen Yukun's financial support, Ling Ran and her mother quickly fell on hard times. Yan Heng may have been dead, but the Yan family still had some wealth. Ling Ran decided to try and return to the Yan family. She had been living in an apartment arranged by Shen Yukun to facilitate their affair. But her affair with Shen Yukun was now common knowledge. Yan Heng's parents also knew that the child was not Yan Heng's, and they kicked Ling Ran out without a second thought. Ling Ran's mother, desperate and enraged, went to the Yan family to argue. Do you Yans have no conscience at all? Our Ran sacrificed so much for Yan Heng, and the child is so big, and now you want to throw her out? If Yan Heng knew how you were treating her and their child, he would never rest in peace. Yan Heng's parents were furious. Get out of here, or we'll call the police. How dare you even mention our Yan Heng? Get out. Ling Ran and her mother refused to leave. Eventually, Yan Heng's younger brother had people beat them until they were bruised and swollen, and they were thrown out in disgrace. Without any support, the mother and daughter were forced to live on the streets, relying on scavenging to survive. Several years passed in the blink of an eye. Shen Yukun was released from prison. I also found a part-time job online using my accounting knowledge. I wasn't rich, but at least I was living like a human being. After learning about Shen Yukun's harm to me, my mother finally showed remorse. Maybe it was because she was middle-aged and couldn't handle the turmoil anymore, or perhaps my father's death had been a major blow. 2 years earlier, my father had died at the mahjong table from excitement after winning a big hand. Maybe it was fate, but my mother changed completely and never played mahjong again. Shen Yukun came to see me the day he was released. He dragged his leg, which had been broken in prison, limping to my door. He was so thin that I almost didn't recognize him. Before he could say anything, he dropped to his knees, pleading. Ah Qian, I know I was wrong. I've been repenting every day in prison for the past few years. Please forgive me, give me a chance, I'll take good care of you. My mother saw him and grabbed a broom, trying to chase him away. Shen Yukun, how dare you come looking for our Ah Qian? Get out. Just get out. Shen Yukun couldn't stand steadily on one leg and was knocked to the ground. He looked up at me from the ground. I stood at the door, staring at him coldly, my heart unmoved. People really do change. I knew how much I used to love Shen Yukun, but now, when I saw him, I felt nothing. I shook my head. Shen Yukun, it's all in the past. He reached out to block the door. No. It's not in the past. I still love you, Qian. I didn't understand what Shen Yukun called love. His love was too cheap and too heavy, and I couldn't afford it. I said firmly, Shen Yukun, but I don't love you anymore. He heard my words, turned around in silence. Outside, a heavy rain suddenly began to fall. He walked into the rain, ignoring it, looking like a man lost. I watched him go, his figure receding into the distance, eventually disappearing into the rain. The rain washed everything clean, and the next day was clear.